Level 97, gone and forgotten. Erinville is conflicted by this long-fated reunion. Let's hear what she has to say. So wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Baldesion. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this? It's just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zoralja's ambitions for conquest. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see, whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are, though truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. That is? I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zoralja. We failed to do that. Now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electro technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operation. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. First, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve, you mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish a life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls as a common resource and payment for services rendered. The voidsent practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind, and similarly I expect that the act comes with some risk. Doesn't it dilute your sense of self? Wouldn't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management, then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. The frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. Then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On its surface, it's similar to the Yakyoi philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. It all comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used Electrope to devise a means to save what lives they could so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Turali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Fiend didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Zoro Ja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motive, she has given the people a choice: live with the risk of true death or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right, but however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. Where would we go? Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. Free to meet an acquaintance of mine, Rika, one of these hunters. What are you doing here with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen's Fiend's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. Much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beast? I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. Jaku said you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yards being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? These facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. Special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. Brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Of course, in which case, it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Hey. This one will do nicely. It'll help you. It's fine, really. I faced worse. Just watch. I don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out. Hard. Well preserved. He needs healing. It was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. You mad? Seriously, let us help. Told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Berserker. Just like Zoro Ja. Come on, let's get out of here. It's also a function of the regulator. I think I understand now how Zoro Ja was able to return from the dead and defeat Pop-Up, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me you empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of the serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. So you've crossed paths with one of the king's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. You could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. There you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls, those of peoples and those of beasts. Souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. What about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Strika. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of void scent. Yet unlike the void where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. Cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. Civilizations and the reflections are surprising indeed. Well, we have all our thoughts on souls. For now, the important thing is we know what power Zoral Ja has at his disposal. There's one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tuliolol's concern. With his newfound power, Zoral Ja has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped no matter the cost. Level 97, gone and forgotten. Complete. Worth of a soul. Achievement unlocked. Level 97, Embracing Oblivion. Calkia regards you with concerned curiosity. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. Shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to the Earth and Sky. At this rate, there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. Both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolol and Alexandria. While Zoral Ja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. It is we work with Calkia and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoral Ja. Fiend, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? Simple, really. Their leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Fiend may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. Fair point, and knowing Zoral Ja, we must assume that his arrangement with Fiend was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolol. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Calcula. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can, otherwise we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zoral Ja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Aaronville. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, then we'll deal with it when it's sprung. I trust you as well. That's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Breaker. Okay, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zoral Ja. But I thought he was your brother. You really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I'm prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoral Ja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goals, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we're gathered at ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. And it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kalka. Everyone, together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoral Ja's whereabouts. Is there a place inside that tower? A palace inside that tower. After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level, but while Queen Sphene has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoral Ja will eventually march on Tuliolol again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? Our brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolol. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. Killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Koana, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. And why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him, show absolutely no interest in confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Koana instead. He'll attack Tuliolo again like he said he would. If you believe that this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolo requires that Zoro Jha lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. Seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoro Jha to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that powers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. Only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphene said she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did. Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear, then. You ready? Come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakwe. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayakwe is a Tonawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right, our mother is Tuliolan and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. What made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd be released, but when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the memories of our mother, we didn't want to lose those of our father as well. We've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. That bastard, even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion, hoping to get justice for our father. We joined the Order. Sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. Oh no, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. While my name is Tonawatan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. My dream to go and see it with my own eyes, our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts. All. Alanish, one last thing. Isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kakua. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go for now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Level 97, Embracing Oblivion. Complete. Meanwhile, in Everkeep,
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as Argos align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?
level 97, Solution 9. Wook Lamont is eager to head to Everkeep. Right, Kakua is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Power. Ah, there you are. Queen's Fiend has registered you as guest. You should be able to march right in. If she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zorojaw's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you'd be so kind. Outrunner Guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guest of Queen's Fiend. What a relief. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Dawntrail, Solution 9. Future.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore?
Hey.
I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore. We do need better understand who and what we're dealing with here. Had me at
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Fiend's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Eleanor, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together?
Everybody else took off.
It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Tower's inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Okay, we made it to the city. What is this? Spawn of a new deal. Crossroads already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there.
fine.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihiola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be there alongside her. I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means. We're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Level 97, Solution 9, complete. Level 97, the Queen's Tour. Fiend stands ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, which you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. And then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food to daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast. As you've observed, this arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. You see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. To spare us some walking, are they also made from that strange metal, what's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electro. Matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electro can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, the conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. Conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? Certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. Or multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. Most scary what you can do with electro. If such wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. The shop over here, what does it sell? Yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. The shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. It's food. I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. 5 items to display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Select an item that interests you. Slab of pink hexagons. Liquid-filled pouch. Long rectangular ball. Hexagon patterned bag. Black and yellow tin. Drink. Candy bar. Synthetic fruit pellets. They're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grapes. Never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Oh, we can click on them and check them all out. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. Flavor sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packaged into a single foodstuff. Flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Ah yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of this stuff either. This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's slight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Okay, well, we're not getting any baked steak. No energy bars. Fruit. We'll just go with this. Salad. We'll have a salad. While they're all very tempting, I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Hey, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture. Let's dig in. All right, here I go. Following Wookamat's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing, I've never had any meat like this before. Tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Ronick, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. I don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Fantastic, it's pretty good. It's interesting. I just go, it's pretty good. Salad paste, it's probably like Vegemite, huh? It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tiliolo first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. All right, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. All right, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. The it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Okay. Anderland. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to the personal matters. The visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about any places of interest we come upon. Fiend and Wuklamat are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Is there a ether right here? Tune to this. On the way. This is the Mosaic Cafe. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. In Tuliolo, there's a similar establishment called Jabler Thai. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the Yoon, who resemble stone Tonawata, the tall and graceful Eldil, and the diminutive and affable Malala. When they all gather here, they appear as mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. Yeah, that's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? Traditional Tirali dish and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Ah, yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tiliolo, right? Let's continue on. Tune first. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left here at Residential Radius 9-14. Residential Radius? That's right, come, the door opens automatically. It's almost like being at the mall. Ask about the lobby. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see, and what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. That's so. I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally, in fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origins or race, occupation, or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. Taking care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Pretty spacious area. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin's sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He sometimes even manages a smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. Glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Fortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. Is it like light sickness, but with lightning? The cause is quite clear. Though the excess lightning in the environment, it's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. Can we do like Alizé's thing to him, like treat and tempering? It's all my fault. What was that? Sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. My pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. Illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. Level 97, the Queen's Tour, complete.